just know this gonna get people mad. What is the context? Well, let's read the tweet. Aleph Faust is coming in hot. Unfunniest PM meme poster where he got a banger. Biggest insult of JJK I've ever seen. And the picture is a thumbnail of a YouTube reaction for the Culling Games. And the title is The Solo Leveling of 2026. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 1 and 2 reaction. Hey, 51 minutes. They're kind of sweaty with it. They pausing, they analyzing. I like that. And you know what? 3 days ago, it was at 2.8 thousand views. I think right now, they're about to hit 10K because of the engagement coming from this. Are you guys ready? This gonna get fucking nasty. I saw a tweet the other day about somebody comparing Fate Strange Fake with Solo Leveling. That one didn't bang as hard. Someone basically said, Fate Strange Fake is the Solo Leveling of Type Moon. When you hear phrases like this, do you understand what the intention is? I love Solo Leveling. I'm an Unga Boonga tryhard with Solo Leveling. And if you've seen my content, right? Solo Leveling is still one of my best content on my channel. I'm not doing advertisement right now. If you want to go look at the Solo Leveling playlist, go ahead. But like, we be covering that shit. I'm sweaty with it. I love it. It's a very simple story, very self-contained story of a one-man solo progressing. A lot of people say it's shit, you know, dog shit story. Oh my god, it's only Sungjun moves. I mean, that's the point of the story, right? So when you say something is the solo leveling of something, it's not really a compliment in the eyes of the Twitter tards, right? On Twitterland, people are insane. They have rabies. They're fucking schizo. And solo leveling is akin to an insult, right? You might as well be a crayon-eating, glue-sniffing retard if you enjoy solo leveling. So when we say it is the biggest insult to JJK, yeah, that's what people are gonna take it as. 778,000 views, 52,000 likes on it. Let's read some of the tweets. And I also made a personal tweet off of this, and the content creators themselves in this video has replied to it. We'll get to it at the end. I started watching anime in 2024. COVID anime, people. Did Solo Leveling come out in 2024 though? Yeah, it did actually. It did. That's right. Solo Leveling anime of the year, baby. She's an anime voice actor. Yeah. Doesn't mean she watches it people voice things. The thing about it is, it doesn't make it worse, right? This kind of sentiment comes from actually like deranged chronically online people where they think like real people outside behave like these retards online, right? The implication here is she's a voice actor. She knows anime. That means she must know every single sweaty fucking drama and like the layers of stupidity that happens online with fandoms going at wars at each other. She should know that solo leveling should be an insult. What an insane take to me, right? Again, I'm very well versed in the retardation too. I love it. I engage in it and I understand, but I also know that regular well-intentioned people who touch grass, who are not fucking on Twitter 24/7, solo leveling is not an insult to them, right? So this kind of stuff comes from this hive mind of people who thinks that like, yeah, solo leveling, not solo leveling. Let's see some of the other ones. Who gave these motherfuckers opinions? Well, that's the thing about online, right? Just like how you can give your opinion, everyone else can give opinions online. Putting solo leveling as a standard of peak anime, fuck is that bullshit. What the fuck did I just see? Gouging eyes out, bro. Nah, the Culling Games is like the solo leveling hit. Oh, this gonna get mad. Oh, this gonna get people pissed off. There isn't a single character in all solo leveling that even touches a single fraction of Ryu's writing. That's a character, not an arc. He's a character. Basically, I think he's trying to say like Culling Games is solo leveling. So you remember the other post we made about how Shibuya incident is like the slop incident? I think that they're trying to imply that these arcs where it's just battle royale fights, you know, it is simple, it is Unga Boonga, solo leveling to them is Unga Boonga, therefore it is now being used as a barometer of how stupid and action heavy something is. I find solo leveling season 2 more thrilling and enjoyable. Bro! Culling Games hasn't even started! We just reading the rules right now! How could you say the anime? What are you fucking 2 episodes out? It ain't even begun. Didn't even start, bruh. Read the manga already, and it's pure meat if you ask me. Animation won't change me. Nah, Bait used to be believable. Bait used to be believable. The same guy who will be on episode 4 and episode 12. Yeah, so this part, a lot of people are hyping up episode 4 of Culling Games. That's not going to be this week's episode. It's going to be next week's episode, right? Apparently next week's episode, episode 4, is going to be like the beginning of actual Culling Games. Well, this week is going to be introducing the actual like rule sets properly and exposition. And people are saying episode 4 going to fucking blow people out of the water. Well, yeah, because anything can happen in dreams. I get that you like what happened after solo leveling, but you sleep. Put you to sleep, but it wasn't real. And a bunch of people just, you know, arguing here and stuff like this. And you know what? I still prefer these type of people over fatards or like the light novel elitists. I love these Unga Bunga battle shonen monkeys arguing about the popularity of shows and power scaling rather than sweaty neckbeards complaining about the definitions of words. This is still my hood. I love these people. I hate solo leveling. Solo leveling is straight up garbage in terms of story. Oh my god. True, but JJK story isn't great either. Didn't expect that from a Luffy profile picture. You just salty. JJK oversold One Piece last 3 years at this point. This is what I'm talking about, right? When you engage in drama in the battle shonen Unga Bunga retards, they pulling up receipts, popularity, my anime list ratings, IMDb ratings, manga sales, movie sales, Crunchyroll anime of the year. I love them. I love them. I love this shit. Culling Games arc is literally this though. Hot dog, taco, hamburger. Bro, that's peak food. This is not an insult. You telling me you don't want a glizzy? You telling me you don't want a tacos? Some hamburgers? Yeah, it's not gonna be fine-tuned Michelin star restaurant, you know. Oh, just fucking French cuisine with fucking caviar and in shredded gold. I hate that shit. Get that shit out of my face. Feed me up with 7-Eleven glizzies. Give me the fucking, you know, street cart tacos. Give me the fucking burgers from McDonald's. I'll eat that shit. It's good. It's an insult to solo leveling. Frieden is the anti-solo leveling, and that's its strength. By Kathleen Mello. Where do I even begin with this? Where What? Wait. What is this agenda from these fucking articles, bro? Kathleen, what is she? So. And now this is agenda I can't even comprehend. Holy shit. He's low-key right, though. Not even big JJK fan. I'm Chainsaw Man Glazer, and I felt insulted. JJK catching strays. No hate to the creator. I'm sure they meant it as a compliment. My overall feelings with solo leveling in Jujutsu Kaisen, as someone that has watched the anime and covered it, I think that the depth of these characters in Jujutsu Kaisen is much more rich and nuanced than solo leveling. And that's by design. Remember, what does solo leveling mean? You are one-man show leveling up. It's not party leveling. It's solo leveling. Yes, there are some characters here and there that are important to the, you know, the overall story, like Gogun-hee, the chairman, right? Or, you know, the Aizen Flame guy, or the Beck guy, or the Tiger guy, right? And Juhi and her retirement arc. But that's a side piece. It doesn't really matter, right? The author does not go in and develop those characters as deep as Gege does with, let's say, Geto and Gojo's fallout. Yesterday, we watched the Hidden Inventory movie, and oh my god, the KFC incident. Are you Gojo Satoru because you're the strongest? Or are you the strongest because you're Gojo Satoru? Should these monkeys live while we suffer? Should we get rid of cursed energy, or should we get rid of non-sorcerers? Man, this is some deep shit. This is some philosophical shit. It's not the most insane depth of writing, but man, the way that Gege writes these characters, and even Toji, right? Toji, the deadbeat dad who doesn't even remember Megumi's name because bro don't care about boys' names, but later on, at his death, standing up like Whitebeard after taking imaginary technique. Hollow purple. In 2 to 3 years, my boy is gonna get sold to the Zenin clan. Do what you will with that information. What about Shibu incident when he asked Megumi, What's your last name? Fushiguro? Huh. It's not Zenin, huh? Bob. It's beautiful. It touches my heart. It is more than Unga Bunga. And the lobotomy Kaisen stuff, it's fun, but the depth is there. So of course, I'm going to be siding with Jujutsu Kaisen in terms of story and depth of characters, but that's by design. It doesn't mean solo leveling is bad. It excels in a different way of just hyping it up and ore farming. It's simple in its own way. And just because you say it's solo leveling 2026, to the Twitter tards on here, of course it's gonna be a fucking insult because they think you are treating our anime like crayon eating slop. But that's not what their intention was. Retweet some of the quotes, and then my quote retweet where the channel, like this voice actor, right, came out and said something about me. JJK is a solo leveling in 2026. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Whoa, whoa. If you laugh, you go to hell. Solo leveling PR is better than any anime. Solo leveling in 2026. Where's my quote retweet at? Yeah, they ass slow because, bro, what? 700,000 people saw this tweet so far. We've officially become anime tourists, and we've been told to off ourselves like 1,000 times. Most anticipated action anime 2025 solo leveling. Most anticipated 2026 JJK. It's not even controversial take. Yes, this person actually gets it. But here's the thing. You're like normal. I think this person might be, yeah, it's actually this person. This is their tweet. This is the actual channel, right? TKO. Go to the link tree. Let's look at their YouTube. Please no OnlyFans link. Oh, thank God. I was worried for a second. Whenever I see a link tree. And this is their channel. How many videos did they get? How many views? Calling games. Yeah. You know what? 4 days later, it's almost at 8,000 views. The original video had what? Not even 3,000. Off of the rage baiting online. Oh yeah. They pop it off, and man, of course it's getting brigaded, right? And that's the thing. Even though it is free engagement, they're not actually watching the video, right? They went and disliked and left hate comments, and they're not gonna watch the video. Hey, TKO, you're here. Hello. How did you know? I gotta ask right now. Did somebody tell you? Because this is uncanny. How did you know that I'd be streaming right now and covering this drama right now? There's no way you were camping my stream. The best part about this is that we didn't even go for rage bait with the title. Yeah, I think that you didn't, right? I think you were genuinely like trying to compliment by saying it is solo leveling hype, right? Let's read some of the comments. Most anticipated anime 2020. Yeah, this is your tweet you just read. We were also shadow banned for 3 days, call. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I hope you get out of it. And honestly, I think a shadow ban is still like proof that you're doing something right. I think that if you're hitting these metrics and you've broken like a ceiling that you're not supposed to get to, it is a recalibration. So don't take it as like, oh my God, we did something wrong. I think it's proof that like you did something right. How did you know I'm here though? You're not answering that. How did you know that I'm tweeting? Were you camping? But basically, they're camping this shit, right? They're hating on this shit. And they're just leaving hate comments. Well, we actually meant to say this. This is the anime, is the action anime of the year, right? Free engagement. Not gonna lie, recap or rewatch. It's just hates, right? It's just a bunch of people just hating and hating and hating. And you know what? I don't think you should back down. Call me a little camper the way I'm in cos pre-chat lobby. All right, buddy. Thank you for the insight. But I think you should stand on business. Do not back down. Don't change the title. Ride this shit and let it explode. It could work in your favor. Always navigate the flames of controversy on your side and come out on top. All these people hating, they're not going in, you're genuinely watching your reaction. I think you guys are well-intentioned, and a bunch of retards online who wants to like just drag you guys because they got triggered off of solo leveling the title. That's what's happening, bro. ¿Qué parametro es ese? What does that mean? What the parameter is that? I don't know. I don't know. Battle of Oh, these quotes are funny as fuck, bro. Battle of Mids. Yo, that's right. Fuck JJK and solo leveling. Holy, what's a real anime like? What should we say? Demon Slayer. That's right. Yo, get Demon Slayer into this shit. Holy. What else is there? Just people getting mad. Oh my god, just fucking people being so hateful, bro. It's so nasty how they go after your looks, your appearance, bro. It's people, and they're just anonymous people that's hiding behind a fucking anime profile picture, bro. While these are actual people trying to add shit to the industry, a voice actor at that too. They ain't wrong. It's on the same. No, I recognize this. Is this one of the stupids that got mad at my Mushoku Tensei stuff, bro? Check the front page of Lobotomy Kaisen, you'll get more laughs. Should that be a separate video, or is the front page of Lobotomy? Okay, you know what? Link it. Where's the link in Discord? Somebody link me, while I go over these, somebody link me a Discord of the Lobotomy Kaisen Reddit post, okay? I'm gonna keep going. This person is a Mushoku Tensei writer. They get really angry at my takes about Mushoku Tensei because I talk about Rudy and they have selective hearing. This is a light novel enthusiast from the Isekai fandom coming in. Just like, yeah, they both fucking ass, bro. JJK? Solo leveling? Nah, Dookie. Watch a real fucking anime like Mushoku Tensei. Solo leveling in 2026. Why is he telling the truth? I love how some people actually are writing this shit though and helping it out. Putting solo leveling and JJK in the same sentence just proves how illiterate most people are. They're just trying to gaslight you thinking JJK is only about fights. But they're like not doing that, right? That's a very disingenuous like conclusion you're jumping to, right? I think that if you really just read the statement, this is not saying or reducing both to just Unga Bunga. They're hyping up a specific like parameter or variable that they excel at, which is the action, and the action is popping off. And here's my quote tweet about this. The best part is how that reaction channel probably had no ill intent. And they think calling JJK the solo leveling of 2026 is the biggest compliment as tourists. Now this is me just assuming, like I don't know them, right? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think they're sweaty in the Twitter land. They're probably just anime only fans enjoying this shit, right? You guys are so lucky. You guys are lucky that solo leveling isn't airing in 2026. Enjoy the free Crunchy Goat Anime of the Year award. Yup. I'm telling you, man, if solo leveling was airing this year, nah, you frauds. It's easy, bro. Sung Jin-woo sweep. Season 2 and Season 3. Taco P about to fucking get blown out of the water in a couple months. I can't wait in 2 months when Solo Leveling Season 2 wins Anime of the Year again. And then we're going to go for a three-peat later on. And here is the voice actor, right? And they're coming out saying this. What we actually meant was that this anime is the action anime of the year, like Solo Leveling was the action anime of its year. Not that one is better than the other, but people will see what they want to see. Free engagement. Chronically online Twitter tards, man. They're on a whole different agenda compared to people that touch grass, farm the free engagement and write it out. And that's how it is. Should we go check out the Lobotomy Kaisen front page? Lobotomy, let's see, Lobotomy Kaisen Reddit. I gotta be careful about this, right? There's probably a lot of spoilers. Yeah, here's a Reddit post. Here it is. The worst thing is I told you monkeys to go in and fucking link me in the Discord. None of you linked it. You lazy fucks. None of you. I had to search it up myself. You lazy piece of shit. The biggest insult to JJK, says the mathematician 397. Is that what getting a calling a slur? Woo! Solo Leveling's a slur, bro. It's a slur. It's usually less insulting than whatever that. This is like the worst insult you can give to any shonen series. People get triggered when they see Solo Leveling it, bro. You're saying like Solo Leveling is way worse story when it comes to me for real. I name a couple 12-episode anime names. Not On Our Rock might be one of the biggest piece of crap story-wise. To put anything into that terror writing could be to shoot all the authors who worked in the actual depth of the story. Again, right? To just completely ignore everything else and just assume the absolute worst of comparing story when the focus is on the action, right? Like online, you say one thing, yeah, like you say, I love pancakes. Motherfuckers say, why do you hate, waffles? And you're like, Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Let's see some of the other ones. Even Skuna wouldn't stoop this low. Even Megumi won't summon Mahoraga to win this, bro. Oh, hell no. Even with this treasure, I won't summon, bro. I'm backing out. This shit more damaging than any slander this sub has ever come up with. No Megumi or Yuta slander comes close to this. Holy shit. JJK has actual themes, morals, and complex characters. Yeah, I agree, but we're not talking about that shit. But JJK, seriously, bro? Little Megumi, I think this is hidden inventory on Gojo's pulling up, right? Trying to tell, like, hey, 4 to 6 years old, you're about to get sold off. What else is there? Plankton. Even if Megumi likes to call Mahoraga a slight inconvenience, at least he exists and is used for something unlike 99% of soul leveling characters. What can I say, bro? It's called solo leveling, right? It's not party leveling. It's not, you know, group leveling. It's solo leveling. It's Sung Jin Woo solo popping off. And that's pretty much it, man. I think at the end of the day, this is a very good example of how the internet operates, right? This is like actually poetic. This is what Twitter is. People are so sweaty, 10 layers deep into like so much drama with all this baggage that you have to be just in the trenches to understand why they're upset. They read someone celebrating their show, but they treat it as slurs and slander. They drag real people's channels for clout, jumping to the most disingenuous assumption possible for engagement, and everyone rides that shit. But in an interesting way, this is great advertisement. Because the retards that's laughing it up here, they're not actual fans that would actually watch TKO. Well-intentioned, reasonable people will find this video and they'll actually watch it for themselves and realize, I actually like the content. So in a way, this again is forbidden techniques, right? This is a forbidden jutsu, a cursed tech. Like it's like a binding vow. Like if you can handle the negativity in your mental health, you can actually come out on that. So I think that you guys should not change the title. Ride this shit out. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck of all these people negative review bombing? It's still an engagement. Dislikes isn't going to hide your videos either. I think you should ride this hype and keep it going and maybe even meme with it. Maybe next episode, episode 4, title it, "This really is the soul leveling of 2026. Nah, play with fire. That's what I would do. If I were in your seats, I would literally, not episode 3, right? Episode 3 is an exposition episode. Episode 4 is when it's going to really pop off. That's where you say, this truly is the soul leveling of 2026. Mic drop. Let him cry. Let him fucking cry.